Hello, everybody. I am. It was against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. We were in the T-Mobile Center, and we did unfortunately end up losing. It was a 4-3 loss in regulation. I apologize. It was unfortunately a 4-3 loss in regulation. However, the Canadiens did end up playing quite well, if you ask me. It was a very solid back and forth game. The first was a bit boring. Second got better. The third was very, very exciting. We will talk about all of that. Um, we will talk about all of that and the stats of this game. I'll give my recap, my thoughts, all that. And yeah, if you guys got any comments or questions, please do not hesitate to put them in the chat, and I will take a look at them whenever I can. I apologize, by the way, Boyles, for not going live yesterday. I know I didn't really make any plans that, oh, yeah, I'm going live on Saturday. I was wanting to, I was hoping to, but I just got a bit lazy. I didn't end up going live, so I apologize for that. I will try and go live sometime during the next week, I think, to try out the gaming stuff, see how that works. I'll try out my capture card. Maybe I'll try out a couple emulators just to see if Streamlabs OBS can still stream properly if I'm running games. I'm assuming it will because the PS2 emulators seem to run pretty well. Streamlabs seemed to work pretty well during the trade deadline stream when I had NHL 08 and 05 in the bottom right-hand corner. That seemed to be working well. But yeah, we will see. I think I will try and run a test stream, like I said. As well, it might be good because my PS3 does not have Wi-Fi. So, for example, if we're playing like NHL 14, we are running with base game rosters. We do not have any roster updates, which on one hand will suck because I'm pretty sure McDavid is up to like a 63, 4.5 green star potential, for example, in that game. But on base game, he's like 57 overall and like 4.5 yellow stars, something crazy, something really low like that. But yeah, like I said, I will go live sometime during the week to try that out. Enough rambling about that. Let's get into the Canadiens game. I just thought I would give an update for you guys on that because I know you guys like hearing me ramble about stuff that doesn't apply to Canadiens games when you guys click on a video to hear about the Montreal Canadiens game. But the opening lines for the Canadiens. Have I said Canadiens enough lately? I don't think I have. We're Harvey Pinard, Suzuki, Gurianov, Hoffman, Duran, Anderson, Pitlick, Dvorak, Ulinen, and Pezzetta, Tierney, Belzile. So we were back to the regular 12 forwards, 6 defensemen. Mike Matheson, David Savard, Jordan Harris, Jonathan Kovacevic, and Frederick Allard Johnson were the defense pairings. Jake Allen gets the go-ahead in tonight's contest. And Sam Montembeault backs him up after a fairly decent last game. Hey, Darkness, how's it going, man? Ramble about what? Darkness, I was just rambling about how I wanted to stream yesterday, but I didn't because I got a bit lazy, and I want to stream sometime during the next week just to test out Streamlabs OBS and see how it runs with my capture card and my PS3 and some emulators that I have and see if it's able to stream well, able to handle it, if it looks good, if it sounds good, all that. Just get the audio levels basically balanced out just to basically see if we can stream, say, NHL 14, because I think I mentioned during the trade deadline stream that I wanted to do roster editing with you guys, get your feedback, get who you guys think should be higher up, who you think should be lower, for example. Do like a week's worth of streams on roster editing, and then do a GM mode live with you guys. And then I'd probably record that at the same time and then upload it like separately, for example. Just upload, I don't know, maybe I'll do like a Harry Race live channel where I upload the live streams. I don't know, because like it would just be like duplicated content. I don't know. It would technically look better. Because I think the videos I can put in 720, but the streams would have to stay in 480. But I don't know. It's up to you guys. I mean, I could probably do like a Harry Race highlights channel. That'd be fun if you guys send in like highlights, for example. I could upload them. And of course, obviously, I'd like credit you. Like credit goes to blank for clipping or whatever. But yeah, basically, I was just rambling about how I wanted to live stream and test out stuff for future gaming streams, basically. Yeah. And then, of course, once I get either a new PS4 or PS5 or an Xbox One, whatever, I would be streaming with that as well. I would try and use that to stream, not just the PS3. So yeah, there's also that. The opening lines for the Golden Knights were Barbashev, Eichel, Marchessault, Smith, Carlson, Amadio, Cotter, Stevenson, Kessel, and Howden, Bluger, Colasar. Martinez, Petrangelo, McNabb, Theodore, and Haig, Whitecloud were the defense pairings for the Golden Knights. Jonathan Quick would make his Golden Knights debut tonight, and Aiden Hill backs him up as both goalies are probably waiting for rookie Logan Thompson to come back from injury. Logan Thompson, famously, who I do have a Young Guns of. I think I have two, actually. I think I have two Young Guns of him. I'm not 100% sure, but I know I have one. Not sure about two. Suns with the Vegas Golden Showers. Thank you, Suns. I like the comment of the night. Thank you. Before the game, you guys might have noticed Caden Gooley is not in tonight's lineup. He is out with an upper body injury. He was hit hard last game. He was slow to go to the bench. I believe he would play more in the second, but I don't think it was in the third. I think that was when he went to the back in the first. He would come back and play, but he was not in this game tonight. He is thankfully just listed as day-to-day, but we'll see. Sean Monahan was listed day-to-day for a while, and it's been 3 months now. Jonathan Quick, like I said, would make his night's debut. And Frederick Allard makes his Canadiens debut, having played one prior NHL game with the Nashville Predators back in 2020-2021. It was a back-and-forth first minute. Eichel had a nice deke. Suzuki is able to intercept the pass to Barbashev. Really good, smart eye to know where he would be. Both teams' shots were getting blocked in the opening minute. Habs and go to the PK. Hey, Zarbian, how's it going, man? Quick is going to beat the Knights in the playoffs and it's going to be glorious. Suns, if that happens, honestly, that would be really funny. I hate the Golden Knights, and I don't want them to do well in the playoffs. But if they did beat the Kings, I would cheer for that solely because Jonathan Quick really got fucked by the LA Kings on that one. So, them too. But yeah, Zarbian, what about Discord drama, man? But yeah, Habs go to the PK. Pizzetta is called for a hooking. Got to keep your stick on the ice. Keep your stick penalties like hooking. Let's get a shot. Habs are able to clear, and it is, I believe, the only time we would actually go to the PK tonight. We are 1-for-1 on the PK. Or no, sorry, we went to the PK one more time, I believe. So yeah, shots. Pitlick is then found in the slot off a turnover. Really good stop by Jonathan Quick on that. He makes, I would probably argue, maybe his best save of the game. I think just because of how quick he had to be and how fast he had to react on that shot. There were several others where he did make really good stops, but it was kind of orchestrated. Okay, I gotta go here, gotta go here. This one was like quick reaction. I think the Pitlick save might have been his best. Habs playing okay. They were trying to get a couple shots on quick. Golden Knights go back the other way. Allen making a few saves as Kessel was really noticeable during this first period. Not because he is 295 pounds or whatever he is, but he's probably like 250, 240. But also because he was actually doing pretty good. He was keeping the Golden Knights in at this point. Knights kept causing a few turnovers. Kessel from behind the net tried to set up, and nothing would come of it. The shots were 6-4 Golden Knights. They go offside. That sends us to the first commercial. Knights pressure. Habs are getting a bit nervous in their own zone, and it would lead to the Vegas Golden Knights scoring. Shea Theodore off of a bad play by the Canadiens. We can't clear the zone. It gets to Theodore. Good wrister with the screen in front for a 1-0 lead. Knights then push Eichel with trying to get a 2-0 lead for the Golden Knights, but he's not able to do it on his own like he was in Buffalo. Habs get a couple chances. Quick was making some saves. The game remains 1-0 with 3 to go in the first period. Golden Knights push. They were in control. Habs are barely able to get out of their own zone, and they would score. It's a weird face-off because Dvorak is kicked out for nothing. The Vegas Center is then kicked out. Marchessault wins the face-off, and it leads to Ivan Barbashev getting the goal off of a terrible Edmondson coverage, a bad breakdown overall. We tried to clear the puck. We weren't able to. Eichel passes it to Barbashev. It's a wide open net. Makes it 2-0 with 11 seconds to go. If Edmondson covers that goal properly, or Savard's able to block the shot like he was trying to do, but he just couldn't, this game's in overtime. Well, it's not in overtime right now. If it somehow was, then there was clearly a delay in the game. But the game goes to overtime is what I'm trying to say. It goes to overtime. But the shots are 13-5 for the Golden Knights, and they got a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. Habs started to play well, getting a couple decent shots early in the second period. Sorry, boys. YouTube keeps telling me that my connection's unstable, and it's flipping me out. Never mind. No, it's not. My phone is loading the stream perfectly fine. You gotta love YouTube sometimes. Yeah. Notice, boys. Notice when I was streaming for the trade deadline, at least I don't think so. Not once did the stream cut out. Because, not once did I get a comment saying F or stream buffer or anything like that. So, you gotta love YouTube built-in streaming. You gotta love it. Knights couldn't get anything for the opening couple minutes. Anderson with a nice rebound chance. Weirdly shot off the boards, and Quick makes the save there on Anderson. Good one there. Zarbian, clearly it's not buffering if you heard that and you were able to respond to that. Then it's 3-0. A bad pass goes off Harvey Pinard's leg. He's not able to get the pass. It's just a poor one that tries to him. That bounces off him. It's a 2-on-1. Reilly Smith gets a 3-0 lead. He passed to Carlson, who passes it back. Allen way overcommits to the pass to William Karlsson. Edmondson tried to block the pass. It doesn't work. I respect him for trying at least, but yeah, Golden Knights have a shot, one goal. I put one shot on one goal. I mean, one goal on one shot, obviously. But they have a goal on a shot. That sucks. Knights push. Karlsson goes off the post. That almost made it 4-1 really quickly. That would have probably knocked the Canadiens off of this game entirely. Habs didn't go to the power play shortly after. Marchessault is called for hooking. Habs with some good push. They poke at a loose puck on Quick, trying to get it past him. Not able to. Quick loses his stick. It's actually passed back to him. It's not picked up and brought to him. It's passed with the stick, which apparently could be a penalty, which apparently can be a penalty on Vegas, but it went uncalled. That sucks. Knights do easily clear after the one good chance. We are 0-for-1 on the power play tonight. Habs tried to push again. Suzuki with a nice line shift, pushing to get shots on net. Savage is in the slot. There's a good chance saved there. Anderson gets caught on a breakaway, and he misses the net entirely. Josh Anderson, I thought, had an okay game. There were points where he was very noticeable. Other points like here where he was just not on his game. Anderson almost made it 3-1. That would have been nice if he could have. Because who knows if he say the game is still 3-1 at the 3-0 at this point. I might have the game is 3-1. I'm sorry, it was 3-0 when Vegas made it 3-0. It wasn't 3-1 yet. If Anderson scores there, this game is 4-4 and it's going to overtime. Who knows? Yeah, Habs push. There's a couple decent shots. But there's nothing. Golden Knights push the other way, but they're not able to get too much either. Habs getting some chances. They're playing well. Vegas turnover, pushes with their first line. Allen off of a bad turnover. He tries to pass it. It's loose, but Vegas Golden Knights can't capitalize in the final minute. Shots are 18-16 Golden Knights, and they have the 3-0 lead as well. Habs early in the third. They're pushing, and they score. Mike Matheson right off a face-off win of Jonathan Drouin's. He gets his 5th goal of the year. Habs are on the board. It's 3-1. And Mike Matheson, by the way, boys, I want to point out, Matheson, I believe, now had 9 points in his last 8 games. I want to say he has 9 points in his last 8 games. I'll go to Elite Prospects because it'll give me his last 10 games. So Mike Matheson in his last 5 games. I'll go to Elite in his last 10 games. 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points. Mike Matheson has turned it on since points, which amounts to about roughly 60 or so points throughout a whole year. He's been playing great. He has been playing incredible. Zarbia, not right now. Matheson, he has 19 points overall in 29 games this season. Like, Jesus, it's Mike Matheson has been a great acquisition for the Montreal Canadiens, and I'm very, very happy with how the guy's been playing. He makes it 3-1. Habs then push. Knights back the other way. Habs have some good. Habs have some good back check, not letting the Knights get much. One thing I noticed is that the Misfits line was broken up, but all 3 guys from that line were playing very well. They were playing how they were playing with the Misfits. They had some good push. They were playing very well too. Habs go to the power play. Then it's White Cloud for interfering with Harvey Pinard. Habs push big time Hoffman with some great chances. Habs are able to push. They're picking at some loose pucks. Can't bury it, but we're getting good chances. Quick is just standing on his head. We are 0-for-2 on the power play tonight. And then it's 4-1. Ivan Barbashev gets his 2nd of the game. A terrible rebounded chance. Nobody's able to clear it. Barbashev, I thought he ended this one. I thought 4-1. Knights are going to kill us at this point. Like I said, barely in and out. Edmondson just failed to clear it, unfortunately. That would have been very nice. And, it's 4-1. Then the Canadiens score. Out of nowhere, Alex Belzile gets his 2nd of the year from Michael Pezzetta. It is 4-2. Really solid shot. Just beats Quick up high. And then 35 seconds later, Rafael Harvey Pinard from Jesse Ullinen and Nick Suzuki. Really nice shot just in the slot. It's 4-3. The Habs are right back in this contest. Knights immediately call a timeout. Canadiens with more momentum, they were controlling. Knights get a couple attempts, but Habs are blocking some shots. Barbashev nearly caused the Knights break, but Edmondson got there in time to defend. Very solid there. Kovacevic knocks down Paul Cotter with a great hit, and he's got to step up apparently. Alec Martinez getting into a fight with him, laying Martinez with lefts and rights. Kovacevic with a nice big fight there. That is his first of the year, actually. His knuckle was apparently bleeding after the fight. Hopefully nothing is bad. Hopefully nothing's wrong there with him. I really hope that's the case. I thought Martinez should have gotten an extra 2 for instigating because he dropped the gloves and tried to go with Kovacevic before he could get them off. He would not. He should get the extra for instigating, so of course he doesn't. Canadiens push with 6 to play. Couple good looks on Quick. The Knights were staying on their toes. They were trying hard to just get out of this one with the 2 points. They were in the Pacific Division. I think they still are. Habs push, 4 to go. They play. The Knights are playing good defense. A few icings are called on them. The Knights are trying to just waste time as much as they can. Then there's a really bad mistripping on the Knights. It's clear as day. The refs really don't like us against Vegas, even though we did get 2 power plays tonight. The Golden Knights could have gotten called for 2 or 3 more things. Like I said, the passing the stick to Quick, that tripping there. There was another trip with about a minute left that looks like it could have been called as well. Habs tried to push. Allen comes out with a minute left. Knights can't hit the empty net. Hoffman with a great shot, great save by Jonathan Quick with 25 left. That would end the game. The final shots were tied, 28 each. But the Golden Knights with the 4-3 victory in a near comeback by Montreal. The Canadiens nearly pull off the 4-1 comeback. But unfortunately, the Golden Knights are not like Toronto in 2013. They will not allow the choke. So yeah, the Canadiens with a very solid performance. Admittedly, the first was not that great. The second got a bit better. But a goal on 4 shots, you kind of want to try and limit that. And the third was really solid. We pushed hard. We fought 3 goals in the third period. Again, that's really solid. If we are able to stop even one, admittedly, I think that the third goal with the 2-on-1, Allen overcommitted. He probably could have made that save if he doesn't overcommit. I think Allen had what it takes there, but unfortunately, just overcommitted to the initial pass, and Edmondson wasn't able to block the pass over. So that's what led to the goal. But overall, honestly, this is probably the best way to lose for the Canadiens. You know, even though you get the fans kind of upset that they couldn't pull the comeback off, you still give them hope. They still fight until the end, and that's what I want out of the Montreal Canadiens. We don't need to win every single game down the stretch. Hell, I would just like us to probably win at least 3 of the last 20 because Jesus, we're playing some really damn good teams in there, and I think 3 wins is reasonable, especially with all the goddamn injuries we've had. Somehow we're going to win our next 3 now that I say that. But yeah, no, I again, this is probably the best way to win with all the injuries that we've had. We're staying in there. We're fighting. We are still admittedly kind of building that winning culture that I've talked about so much recently. Because if you build that winning culture in 2 to 3 years when you actually want to win, the team's going to be like, oh, all right, let's just go out. Let's do this. Let's do this. They're not going to be like, oh, God, how are we going to win this one? Just boom, we go out. All right, we got to win this, you know? I think we're building that winning culture by fighting and staying in games, and I think it's probably the smartest way to build the team, and I think Marty St. Louis is doing a fantastic job with the Canadiens so far. Super Mario Harvey, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. Unfortunately, a bit late for the analysis, but that's always what the replay is for, and that's why I keep these streams up. If I took them down, I'd be kind of stupid because I'm just losing views at that point. But thank you for coming by, my good sir. Appreciate it. Nick Suzuki leads the Montreal Canadiens with 21 goals, 28 assists for 49 points. Goal, Cole Caulfield, who's unfortunately hurt for the rest of the year. Has 20. Kirby Dach goals, 24 assists, 36 points. He is unfortunately hurt right now as well. So if you have 36 points for the Canadiens, you're getting injured apparently. Christian Dvorak has 10 goals, 18 assists, 20 points. I apologize, boys. I got to sneeze real quick. Sorry, boys. Again, like I said, I had to sneeze real quick. I apologize. Josh Anderson has 18 goals, 8 assists, 26 points. Mike Hoffman, 9 goals, 16 assists, 25 points. Jonathan Drouin with 1 goal, 20 assists for 21 points on the year. You love to see it. Evgeny Dodonov, when he was with the Canadiens, 4 goals, 14 assists for 18 points. Sorry, Mike Matheson actually has more points. I didn't move him up. I apologize. Mike Matheson, who has more points than Dadonov, 5 goals, 14 assists, 19 points. Sean Monahan has 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. He's unfortunately hurt. Seemingly for the rest of the year, I don't know if that's going to be the case. We'll see, I guess. Yeah. David Savard, 3 goals, 13 assists, 16 points. Jordan Harris has 3 goals, 12 assists, 15 points. Caden Gooley, 3 goals, 11 assists, 14 points. He was unfortunately, like I said, out for the game. He's out day to day, so I guess I just got to say that he's unfortunately hurt for now. Arbor Jacki, who is also unfortunately hurt for the rest of the year, 5 goals, 18. I wish 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. I wish he had 18 points. That would have been really 18 assists. That would have been fucking cool. Harvey Pinard, 8 goals, 4 assists for 12 points. Yoel Armia, who's unfortunately hurt, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Jake Evans, who's also unfortunately hurt, 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points. Yaroslav Kafsky, who is unfortunately hurt, and Michael Pezzetta, who is unfortunately not. That's a joke. Has 4 goals. Both have 4 goals, 6 assists for 10 points. Jonathan Kovacevic has 2 goals, 8 assists for 10 points. Brendan Gallagher, who's unfortunately hurt, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. Justin Barron, who is also hurt, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points. Jesse Ullinen. If Josh Anderson had this amount of points, we needed to be dealing with the deadline. Jesse Ullinen has 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points. Rem Pitlick, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. Joel Edmondson, a goal, 6 assists for 7 points. Alex Belzile, who actually technically has more points based off goals, or should be featured before Edmondson because of goals. Alex Belzile, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. Chris Weidman, 4 assists. Anthony Richard, a goal and an assist. Chris Tierney, Dennis Gurianov with a goal. Jake Allen and Corey Sheneman each with an assist. So yeah, boys, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite channel, which includes, but is not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Rice. Subscribe to Puff Club, Subscribe to H Club. Hey, valiant effort, but I didn't mind the loss. Randy, exactly. Yeah, I didn't mind the loss either. It was again, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, it was a boring first, pretty okay second, and a really good third. Yeah, Randy, it's a surprisingly quick stream. Not many people are coming by right now. I feel like they might be expecting the stream at 10, and I don't want to try and push to go an hour because I know it's just going to end up being a boring stream. The quick stream might be better anyways, but yeah, I apologize that I'm not live for too long. I did mention, I will mention it. I did mention at the beginning of the stream, and I will mention it again. I will try and go live sometime during the next week because we only play Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, so that leaves Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I believe Sunday as well. Opened with potential for live streaming because I don't want to stream on the day the Canadiens play, or at least for the Streamlabs stuff that I want to do. Obviously, I'll still do the recaps, obviously, but I don't want to do different streams, I should say, with the Canadiens game, with the Canadiens playing. I would rather do it. Eventually, I think it would be cool in the summer to obviously start streaming more. But once next season, for example, starts up, maybe try to convert all streaming over to Streamlabs, or at least get a consistent schedule of Habs play, do these streams. Day they don't play, do maybe a gaming stream or just a Streamlabs, maybe Hangout stream or just a general Streamlabs stream. I think that'd be really fun to do. It'd be a great way to bring in content, bring in viewers. Get content up, I should say, or bring in viewers. Plus, of course, with the hope of eventually some videos coming out, that might be nice as well. Good idea to expand the stream. Exactly, yeah, Randy. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to just do the Habs live streams. Hey, the Duke, how's it going? It's been a long time, my guy. Thank you for coming by. But yeah, but Randy, I like I said, yeah, no, it's like I don't want to just do the Canadiens live streams. I love doing these, obviously. But it would be a good idea to either, do Hangout streams with Streamlabs. You guys can send in stuff that I can react to, for example. If eventually I get super chats, or with Streamlabs, for example, like I said, you guys can send in videos or recommend stuff that you guys want me to watch on stream. That'd be really cool. And with gaming streams, it gives you guys an opportunity to interact. I can answer questions during them. We can be more progressive. Like, for example, if we're doing NHL 14 roster editing, for doing roster editing, for example, you guys can send in ideas for who you guys want me to edit, who you guys want me to create. For example, say you should create Kirill Kaprizov. He's in the 2015 draft, and I would go and do that. So, yeah, definitely is a really good idea to expand the stream. I would like to do that. It also brings in a lot of it also does bring in a lot of viewers like Tyler Toffoli, who I think is very good for the Flames. I think he could be on the trade block because Tyler Toffoli is indeed Tyler Toffoli. There you go, Randy, the moving finger indeed. But yeah, Hangout stream is definitely good because different ideas. Exactly, Randy. Exactly. Like we could do either just like this, where like we're just talking about random stuff. You guys ask questions, or like I propose stuff to you guys. Maybe we'll watch some videos, like I said, or I don't know. Maybe we rant about stuff. I don't know. Like there's so many different stuff like this, and I'm not necessarily focused on the gaming, but like pause the game, for example, to answer questions if I would feel like that. It would just be more of a casual type of hangout type of stream. Laval Rockets played well tonight. That's good to know, Randy. But yet Pinard Belzile with goals. Hell yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. But the Duke, what do you think of Gurianov also the first game of Allard tonight? Yeah, first game of Allard tonight. I'd assume the first of 4. I think Gooley's probably going to be out about a week. I think he'll be back after next Saturday. Yeah, I would love to see him come back earlier, obviously, but I think that with this injury, they're going to wait until he is feeling like 100% or is 100%. So I think that'll be fine. Yeah, the first game of Allard didn't play that much. I think he played 11 minutes on total. I didn't notice him too much, so I'm assuming he's more of a defensive guy. Huh? Yeah, I'm assuming he's more of a defensive guy. Just kind of did his job. Didn't make too many mistakes. I didn't notice much from him. Yeah, I think he was wearing number 82, I think. So, yeah. But what do I think of Gurianov? The Duke, I actually like him. I really liked the first 2 games he had. That rocket of a shot in game number 2 was great. He had an amazing first game. Tonight wasn't too noticeable, but then again, the Golden Knights were really, really playing well defense against Suzuki and Gurianov especially. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Gurianov sticks around. He is a pending RFA, so if we don't resign him, for example, we can just qualify him, for example. I'm assuming we will at the very least qualify him. If not, maybe do what we did with Brent Pitlick last year, where we don't qualify him and then just resign him on July 1st. I'd assume that's probably what would happen. Because I think because I think Gurianov's qualifying offer is like $3 million. So probably don't want to pay him that if he's not performing super well. But like I said, I did think that he's been playing well. Vegas just stayed really well on him, so he wasn't allowed that many great opportunities tonight. But I expect within the next probably, I'd say 2 weeks, he really starts to get his game together, and not necessarily, point per game, but I think he does get real good opportunities and at least gets some decent chances, I would think. Are you disappointed with Ken Hughes' trading deadline not being non-existent? Randy, yes and no. Yes, because obviously, like I think we were all expecting Joel Edmondson to be gone and to get us at the very least a second round pick, if not a third. Hey, thank you, Duke. I'm glad you like that. Thank you. I'm happy you're content with the answer because I'm content with giving the answer. But no, Randy. Like I said, yes, because I think we did all expect Joel Edmondson to be gone at the deadline for at least a second. I think a lot of us expected Drouin gone and probably Hoffman gone. Probably Monahan, I feel like a lot of us expected to be gone, and some of us thought about a Josh Anderson blockbuster potentially. But at the same time, no, because clearly Kent Hughes didn't get what he wanted out of these deals. Now, whether it's because, for example, he wanted, say, a first, a second, and a prospect for Joel Edmondson, I doubt he did, but say, for example, that's the case. I don't see any issue with that because there's always the offseason where you can just deal Joel Edmondson and say it's a day move, for example. Say a team is really desperate and they don't, for some reason, see anyone they like. Say get a second round pick this year and a third next year, for example, for Joel Edmondson. I'd be fine with that. I would have been fine with a third. I'm content with a second, and I'm ecstatic with a first plus. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Edmondson, for example, is dealt at the draft. I think we definitely are more focused on the draft, which I would argue is better. Sure, we could have dealt like we said, Edmondson, Edmondson, Hoffman, Monahan, Drouin, guys like this, for example. We could have dealt them at the deadline. I think it is more important that, rather than trying to absolutely stack up on draft picks and whatever, you focus on the draft, see who you like instead of, okay, let's blindly acquire draft picks and then focus on who you like instead of, okay, let's on the scouting. Clearly, we are focusing on the scouting first and making sure that, okay, with this pick, we can go for this guy, or this guy. We really like this guy. This guy'd be nice. Making sure that we're prepared for the draft and we have our due diligence, due diligence is due diligence. Yeah, I think it's due diligence. We have that done, and then we'll probably focus on, I would think, draft day deals, if anything, kind of like what we did last year with Kirby Doc. Not exactly, but like you guys get what I mean, like making a deal on draft day, whether it's day 1 or 2. But again, like I said, yes, because I was expecting those moves, but at the same time, no, because we are more than likely focused on drafting. Hell, Ken Hughes said in his presser, you heard it, Randy. I'm pretty sure he was booking a trip to, I think it was Switzerland, for example. That yeah, we were sorry. Sorry. Yeah, like I said, we were he booked a trip to, I want to say it was to Switzerland, that apparently is the only prospect that's there is David Reinbacher, who's a right defenseman that we might apparently be looking at in the draft. So that's interesting. I'm honestly fine with us focusing more on scouting and drafting right now. I'm absolutely fine with that. But NZA, sorry I ignored you. It's going very well. I'm sorry. Your comment was just after Randy, so I apologize. Really, Randy, expect Tierney. I mean, Tierney is probably gone. He was definitely just a guy because, all right, we got guys injured. Tierney's cheap. Bring him in. But Gurianov, I do think he was brought in to maybe not like a reclamation project because he's not like completely ruined. I do think we do bring him in with of at least using him on that third or fourth line at the very least for probably a season or two until our prospects are fully ready. I wouldn't be surprised if Gurianov at least sticks around. NZA, Gurianov is surprised if Gurianov at least sticks around. NZA, Gurianov is a pending making, I think, $3 million right now, and I think that would be what his qualifying offer is. We'd probably just make him a UFA and then resign him on July 1st, for example, if, like $5 million or something like that. Edson is still in contract, yet Duran is the UFA who we lost. Randy, who cares if Duran's lost for nothing? What does it even guarantee? Who would even care, or who would even really bring in Drouin, which sucks because like he's been playing great. Like since the deadline, he's been playing really solid. I think he's playing some of his best hockey as a Canadian since probably 2019-20 when he went down with that injury because of Ovechkin. Assist tonight. He's been playing well, especially recently after going cold for like 4 games. He's not been that bad, in my opinion. Funny enough, it's actually funny. Duran seems to not show up against like lesser teams, but against like the big top teams in the league, he always does very well. It's weird. He always gets points against the top teams, and then like the bottom teams in the league where it's like, okay, Duran, you should score points tonight. He's like, nah, I'll just score against Vegas. I'll just get an assist on a really good Matheson goal in Vegas. Why not? Like it's frustrating because he should be getting points against these teams, but it's like it's also good that he's holding off till the good teams come into town, and then that's when he decides to get points. Obviously, he had a goal against the Ducks, but I mean, like usually it's the bad teams he doesn't perform against, and then the good teams he does really well against. It's weird, but you know what? Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, like Randy, exactly. Like Edmonds still in contract, so like I said, you can deal him at the draft, for example. Which I do think we will try and move him in the offseason. But again, like Jordan's a UFA. Firstly, there's no guarantees that he is gone. He probably is, but there's no guarantee at this point until we come out and say, hey, we're getting rid of Jonathan Duran after the season. He's not going to be a Canadian, or we're trading his rights, or July 1st comes and he's not signed with the Canadiens. We don't know if he's going to be gone. We could always resign him 1 year, say 1 year, $1 million, for example. For a good playmaker like that, always could use the depth. I wouldn't mind that. For his mental health, I do hope he goes somewhere else because that would mental health and personal stuff is always more important than sports like hockey and fun like that. You know, taking care of yourself is always better than playing. It's a game when you get down to it. It's really a game. Just you got to take care of yourself first. So I wouldn't be surprised if Duran does go elsewhere. But again, like he'll be lost for nothing. Who cares, Randy? Unfortunately, it seems like we could have gotten as like a 5th or a 6th. Which, well, yes, you do need those late round gems in the draft. Obviously, you need those guys who can play in the NHL. As those gems, Harvey Pinard, Sean Farrell. Joshua Wall was like a 2nd round pick, I think. But like still, like no, Jan Misek was a 2nd round pick. You have 3 guys right there who were all 4th, 5th, 7th round picks. 7th round pick Harvey Pinard, 5th round pick Joshua, 4th round pick Sean Farrell. I might be reversing those two. You know, I you need those late round gems. For example, like I still think Sean Farrell and Joshua are gonna really pan out well for the Canadiens. I think most of us do at this point. But like you're just getting greedy at that point. If okay, we should have traded Drouin for a seventh if that's all we could get. Like there's a very slight chance that seventh round pick actually pans out. But the likelihood of us getting that one gem in the seventh round pick, because there always seems to be one per draft somehow, but us getting that one gem, well, sure, the more seventh round picks you have, the better. Like realistically, no. Even in a stacked draft like this, the likelihood of that, even if you have say 3 or 4 sevenths, not that great. Because again, one out of those 32 picks probably gets actual like good ice time into the NHL. Harvey Pinard is an anomaly in the seventh round. You're not finding players like him that often. Brendan Gallagher, fifth round, clearly for a reason, but still, fifth round pick like Brendan Gallagher, realistically in a redraft, because I think the 2010 draft is pretty good, does probably go mid to late first, like in a redraft. But again, there's a reason he went in the fifth round, and we got lucky with a gem there. You will always find those gems. There will always be ways that you can find those gems for. You will always find those gems with draft picks, and you will have those guys in the lineup who are first round picks and then later round picks. That's what makes a Stanley Cup contending team. But again, like just getting back to that, like trying to trade Drouin, just get rid of him for whatever. Like, no, that's just insulting to Drouin, and that's insulting, quite frankly, to the fan base for thinking that they would tolerate getting rid of a guy like Jonathan Drouin just for nothing, even though he's been playing great. Habs still stuck with paying the. Well, I mean, Randy, Carl Alzner's contract is only what, like $800,000. Like, it's really not much. No, I don't need Carl Alzner's cap friendly. I need the Canadiens cap friendly. There you go. Capfriendly.com/team/Canadiens. Oh, that's kind of cool. It still has the spread for Canadiens and Golden Knights. I don't know why it still has Jonathan Drouin as 92 here, but I mean, outdated pictures and outdated pictures, I guess. Buyout history. Yeah, $833,333 to be exact. Like, it's really not much. Like, it's not that much. It's this year and next year. Like, okay, who do we have to pay this year? Technically, if you will, well, just going off of who's a pending UFA and RFA. Jonathan Drouin, Dennis Gurianov, Jesse Ullinen, I'll list these off first. Harvey Pinard, Michael Pezzetta, Alex Belzile, Chris Tierney, Cole Caulfield, Sean Monahan, Paul Byron. For one, Jonathan Drouin, unfortunately, is done as a Canadian more than likely. Gurianov probably gets 1.5 if he doesn't. If he plays half decent, he'll probably get a 1 year. Like, hey, show us you can do this. Half decent, he'll probably get a 1 year. Like, hey, show us you can do this again. Harvey Pinard, wouldn't be surprised to see him get 1.5. I think he will be a constant third, fourth liner from here on out in the NHL. Wouldn't be surprised to see him get a nice deal for himself. Pezzetta, probably a league minimum, another league minimum type deal. Probably a two-way, play him in the AHL if he needs to come up in the NHL. Belzile probably league minimum back in the AHL next year. Chris Tierney's probably gone. Caulfield probably gets, realistically, if we're going with the trend of signing guys to how other gyms have signed players with paying for the potential of what they could become, Caulfield probably gets $9.5 million. I could definitely see that being the case. John Speed, how's it going, man? Good to see you. And Ghislain, good to see you too. Sean Monahan probably gets, if the Canadiens re-sign him, probably 3.5. I could see him taking a bit of a pay cut to stay in Montreal. Paul Byron, unfortunately, I think his career's done, unfortunately. If he does sign, it's probably a league minimum deal just to kind of prove that he can still play. But I don't think, unfortunately, that it will be with Montreal. And then obviously getting to the AHL guys, those are AHL guys. They'll re-sign for probably near league minimum, most likely. Big shout out Frederic Allard, who is not listed on the Canadiens roster right now. Like, for example, right now with next year, we have about $52 million against the cap. Say Cole Caulfield, that's $60 million. We have $20 million to re-sign. Again, who is it? Jonathan Drouin, Dennis Gurianov, Harvey Pinard. Those are pretty much the big guys after Cole Caulfield is done because you already have Jake Allen and Jordan Harris extended. Jordan Harris to a really solid contract, might I add. And then, like I said, Sean Monahan, you still have nearly $20 million. So, like, I don't know. You probably have about $20 million after the Caulfield and Harvey Pinard and Monahan extensions. So the Alzner buyout at this point really doesn't even mean much. After next year is gone, you're also losing the Dadonov and Bonino retained salaries after this year, so that's also fine. Yeah, I don't have any. There's really nothing there with paying for Alsner. Like again, it's really nothing. Edmonton trade on draft day. Thank God we traded our first. Suns. Keep in mind that pick is top 12 protected. So if you guys fall out, yeah, due diligence. Yeah, thank you, Randy. There we go. What was it saying? Due diligence, something like that. Yeah, due diligence. Thank you, Randy. There we go. With Dadnoff a UFA, I'm surprised how Hughes would keep him. Open more spots to rebuild. Randy, what do you mean? Like surprised Hughes wouldn't keep him? What do you mean? James, how's it going, man? Will you be doing a playoff stream if the Habs don't make the playoffs? Randy, I don't know yet. I think it depends who makes the playoffs. Like if the Islanders make the playoffs, I might stream for them. I don't know. I'm definitely going to do a playoff predictions like I did last year. That video got an insane amount of views. So I might consider it. Yeah, I might consider it, but yeah, I proved you wrong with that one, didn't I? But yeah, I will probably still make a playoff predictions at the very least. But I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know a whole like every single Islanders player right now. There's a couple I still don't know. But I don't know. Like I might stream for the Islanders. It also depends if they're being shown in Canada, like if those games are being shown on Sportsnet or TSN, or if I'd have to look on hockey, for example, for them. But I don't know. We'll see. There's no concrete yes or no yet, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do some playoff live reactions, for example. Maybe I'll load up maybe I'll do what 2BC does, for example, load up the NHL.com or whatever and just like live react and not show the footage. But actually, no, that wouldn't work. Actually, no, it would because I would just have to mute my desktop audio. Yeah, no, it would work. Perfect game tonight. Let me explain. They stayed in the game but did not win. Gisline, exactly. Like Tank for Bedard, exactly. Like they stayed in the game. They pushed. They fought as hard as they could, but just didn't win. Kind of the perfect loss. Exactly. James, good teams like Ottawa who are not even in the playoffs. Hell yeah. Hey, again, John Speed. How's it going, man? John Speed, honestly, yeah. Alex Belzile, I think, would be good with the Islanders. Like, not even like as a meme for the AHL bottom six. Legitimately, he's a pretty decent fourth line guy. I like Alex Belzile actually for the bottom six. I wouldn't be surprised if the Oilers do take a run at him if we don't re-sign him, but it wouldn't surprise me if we do re-sign him for league minimum, say 1 year, use him in the AHL, call him up if we need guys from injuries. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, new player tonight. Gisline, yep. Number 82, Frederick Allard. Yep, he did play tonight. Was away. Well, there we go, Randy. I just did. There we go. I did answer. So, yeah, I didn't answer while you were away, but I just did. League minimum with the Islanders for Byron Sons. Legit. If he signed, man. And I just dropped my Pepsi cap. Hey, Gabriel, how's it going, man? I love that we never gave up. Down to the last minute, we battled when we were losing 1-0 with Ducharme. Exactly, Gabriel. When Ducharme was the head coach, when it was like, and the Golden Knights score, Shea Theodore, it's 1-0. I was like, oh, fuck, you can turn off the game. We're losing 7-0 tonight, boys. But now with fucking St. Louis, to jinx that we don't come back, I will say like, oh, we're done, and then we always end up coming back usually. So but I didn't say it this time because I was like, okay, no, this game's not over. They're gonna pile it on. And then fucking we came back and I was like, okay. Like with St. Louis, no matter if we're down fucking 3-0, 4-1, whatever, even like 5-0, 6-0, I swear, it seems like we at least push and we try to get back in the game. Like it's genuinely insane. Sorry, boys, I just had to. My voice is going out. Stream Leafs game 7, round 1. John Speed, I might consider that. Genuinely, because I know I would get views if I could like pose as a dumb Leafs fan. I could wear like a blue shirt and pretend it's a Leaf shirt. I don't have a Maple Leafs hat. I have the hat I have is, what is it? It's a Cubs hat, so I'd have to wear it like backwards, for example. But like, I don't know. I could pretend to be like a Leafs fan. I could put in like the description very, very subtly somewhere like, this is a parody. I'm not a Leafs fan or something like that, but it'd have to be like very like at the very bottom so people don't realize it. And I don't know, like it'd be a fun way to get views and whatever. I think it'd be really funny. Stream Leafs game 7, round 1, act like I'm a Leafs fan. When they lose, just start breaking shit. Like just have like 3 or 4 things around the room that are just rigged to break. I don't know. It'd be funny. It'd be a funny meme. I don't know. So I mean, Suns wants me to stream for the Islanders. I'd actually consider it. I definitely would. The only issue is if I do stream like live games, you guys are probably going to be ahead of me slightly, because especially if I watch on like on hockey, then and then it'd have to be like I'm 30 seconds behind already, more than likely. So I would probably just do like post game stuff for the Islanders. But again, the issue, I don't have an Islanders jersey. I'd have to get an Islanders jersey in the next like month to guarantee like, oh, okay, I can do the sad thing or the frowny, the happy or the sad thing, implying that I'm only doing the sad thing. No, but I wouldn't mind with the Islanders just the one jersey because I can work around that. But yeah. NZA, yeah. At this point, I do need an Byron jersey, even though he never played for the Islanders, at least not to this point. Like just for the meme, even just to like hang up, for example, somewhere, like just to be able to put it like on this shelf and just hang it up like Byron 41. That would be funny. You guys, it'd be like it's like our first inside meme. Finally realized it, or hell, maybe getting a Paul Byron cameo and getting him to say, I want to go to the New York Islanders, or just like, I am Paul Byron, you're watching Harry Rice. Like, that would be fucking cool. Yes, John Speed, exactly. I'd sign Paul Byron on league minimum too. Exactly, my guy. Belzile over Matthews, exactly, Gabriel. Only one of those guys did score tonight. I'll let you guess which one. Rafael Harvey Pinard will be an Islander. Well, Sons, I hope you're ready to pay up with a first-round pick. Dominic Douchebag is what I call understandable NZA. Hey, Kat, how's it going? Definitely a tough loss tonight. But again, probably the best way to lose a game. You're staying competitive. You're staying in there. Yeah. Isles Boy 3. Sons, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, because I would create another channel called Isles Boy 3 and stream on that one. Isles Boy 41. That is actually trends. It couldn't be Isles Boy 3. It'd have to be Isles Boy 41. Hey, Dan, how's it going, man? My mood is low after an embarrassing 7. Jesus, the Oilers lost 7-0. Who the fuck did the Oilers lose to tonight? Were the Oilers even playing? No, they weren't. What? John, are you a Tampa fan? Because John, I can't tell if you need help or if I need help. Maybe we both need help. Let's get help together. Let's both get help. Yeah, Oilers don't play. Is Gallagher done for the season? Randy, at this point, I'd say yeah. I'd say yeah. I would just say yeah at this point. Like, even if he comes back, he's probably injured in the first 3 games. Dan, I did see the Jets game last night. I didn't watch it, but I did see it. 7-5. Oilers, Draisaitl gets a hat trick, and they still lose. They're the modern day Maple Leafs. Yeah. You can call up Kari Leighton. Sorry, boys. I'm just replying to someone in my sim league. It was very easy to just reply to them. Why do I have a notification in my sim league? Sons. Okay, Sons. I like that. Loki, Sons, if I do an Isles Boy 41 channel, please give me permission to use that as my profile picture. Fuck, low-key, boys, I might set that up as my profile picture, like, tonight. Or not my profile picture. I genuinely might set up that Isles Boy 3 channel tonight, or Isles Boy 41. Just make the banner just Paul Byron is the GOAT. Just, like, 7 or 8 Paul Byron pictures. I might do that. I hope you guys know. Embarrassing 7-0. Oh, did Laval? Oh, okay. Did Laval beat Bakersfield 7-0? Because I know Randy said that Laval played tonight. Schedule. I'm cheating by looking at the schedule. I'm assuming it was Laval that beat like Bakersfield or something. March. We did not play tonight. We okay. Okay. Do you think if the Jets don't do anything, Hellebuck wants out of Winnipeg? Dan, no, I don't think Connor Hellebuck would want out of Winnipeg. I think it's more of he would just be frustrated with the team. You know, he's very much their Carey Price. Like, there's been talk before of like, could Carey Price want out of Montreal? Could Carey Price ask the Canadiens to trade him? And it's always been a constant no. And I don't think Connor Hellebuck would want out of Winnipeg. He is a pending UFA next year, so he's gonna get paid, especially if he gets back to Vezina form with like a 236, 924, or just somewhere like 1920, for example, somewhere around there. It could definitely get scary. for how much Hellebuyck wants. But it's worth it, especially with how good he plays. As long as you don't sign him to an 8-year deal, that might be fine. But with Connor Hellebuyck signing, and I can't see why he would want out. I don't see why Connor Hellebuyck will want out, even if the Jets don't do anything. Oh, if I scoring. Yeah, I see that, Randy. I see that. Belzile scored 6, bro. Belzile scored 6. John Speed. That would be the shit right there. Actually, you know what, Suns? You know what, Suns? Ottawa chicken erection is trending. Yeah, boys. I love the Caulfield and Suzuki profile picture, but I've got to. Oh my God, Suns. You might want to look at the Sim League profile picture. You might wanna look at the profile picture for the Sim League right now. Hellebuyck can't even get out of his crease. How can he get out of Winnipeg? That is true, Randy. Do you think anyone will pick up Logan Stanley? There was talk that he apparently wanted out of, I think, Vancouver. I think he's in Vancouver. No, he's still in Winnipeg. There was talks that he did want out and that he wanted the team to trade him. He's 6'7", 228. He's a fucking big boy. On one hand, I wouldn't be surprised if, for example, someone signs him. Like, if Winnipeg does not qualify him and he's a UFA, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, there's always going to be a want for a giant fucking defenseman like Logan Stanley. There's always going to be a want in that around the NHL. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets signed, but I don't think it's going to be to anything more than a two-way deal right now. Like, I think he's going to have to prove himself to get back to the NHL. Funny Randy, hey, let's go. Jack Olsen, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. I hope you've been enjoying. Dude, NCAA, low-key, I could actually see Boston being a good place for Logan Stanley. They had Zdeno Chara. They clearly know what to do with their big-ass defenseman. Not saying Logan Stanley's going to be the next Zdeno Chara, obviously. Like, nobody's ever going to be the next Zdeno Chara. But, like, to get him on, like, a same type of play of Zdeno Chara, just downgraded by, like, 5 pegs, you know, going from franchise defenseman to, like, half decent top 4. I think Boston could be the team to get Logan Stanley to that. I do think Logan Stanley has potential. I like Logan Stanley. Not just because my dad screams his name every time he touches the puck whenever we play Winnipeg and he's on the ice, but but I do like Logan Stanley overall. I find him okay. What would the price tag be on Logan Stanley? Dan, right now, well, nothing because the trade deadline passed. But say he was traded at the deadline, probably a conditional 6th because he wants out of Winnipeg. He hasn't done much this year. I think 14 games, one assist, and 19 penalty minutes is what he has, and I think a -1. Can't be more than a 6th, despite his height. Maybe his height brings it to a 5th, maybe a 4th, but you're not going to get much more than a very mid to late round pick at most, I think, for Logan Stanley. Then I could say this, and who knows, maybe he could have been traded for a 2nd and a prospect. I don't know. Height has a lot in this league. Surprisingly, there's a reason Caulfield dropped to 15. There's a reason Lane Hutson almost dropped to the 3rd round. Like going on that for a second, like, genuinely, nobody talks about this. Lane Hutson was picked 62nd overall. He was 3 picks away, which sucks for Rangers, Senators, and Islanders fans. Senators and Ottawa fans, of course, because they are 2 different teams. But Rangers, Senators, and Islanders fans, because all 3 of those teams had the chance to pick him up if Montreal didn't pick him. Oh boy. But yeah, Montreal with Lane Hutson. Dude, by the way, big shout out to Lane Hutson. Because he finished up his campaign with the Boston University college team. 33 games, 12 goals, 31 assists for 43 points. Oh boy, he's a big boy. Let's go, baby. He is one hell of a big boy. And I just realized, why did I click on Lane Hutson again when I already had him open? No problem, Dan. Glad you stayed longer on the stream, Harry. Hey, yeah, I mean, hey, Randy, people started to show up. People started to come by to the streams. And yeah, people started to come by to the streams, and, you know, we'll chat. We'll have fun. We'll talk. Sorry, boys, by the way, if you guys are here expecting Habs game analysis, go back and watch the first, 20-25 minutes. I did all the stuff there. I was actually, funny enough, halfway through my outro, and then people started coming through. The Habs draft a 6'8" plus. Did the Habs draft a 6'8" goalie a while back, late round? I'm gonna look at like the last 4 goaltenders that we drafted, because weirdly enough, we seem to draft like a goaltender a draft. We just didn't draft one in 2018 and then like 2016, 2015. Yeah. So Emmett Crote is 6'2". Joe Verbatic might be who you're thinking of. Motherfucker is 6 foot, 186 pounds. So he is tall and skinny, which we boys know what that means. He's probably very, very agile, which you gotta love a tall goaltender who can move fast as shit. Think Ben Bishop. I'm not saying Joe Verbatic could go get to Ben Bishop, but if he does, I'll be very happy. But yeah, big shout out, by the way, to Minnesota for giving us his draft pick rights in exchange for a 4th round pick. Thank you. Ryan Backer to the Habs. Yes, sir. Jack Olsen, Suns. Like, oh my fucking god. Yeah, true. He's 16 because Lou doesn't. Who's 14? Byron. Suns. I just called you fucking Byron. Suns. Paul Byron. Who's Suns number? No, but Suns. How come Byron doesn't get? Oh yeah, Horvat. I know you're talking in the Discord chat now. I forgot Horvat was 14. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sure you would have given him 14 otherwise, but yeah, 16 actually does make sense for Byron. Low-key, I would bust if Byron went to the Islanders and wore that number. That could be fun. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't look at the chat. That is a good bet if he's tall and skinny. That is very true. It's your boy, Skinny Penis. That's an outdated meme that everybody's gonna leave because of. But yeah, Jack, Ryan Backer to the Habs. I wouldn't mind that actually. Do a live stream during this year's draft like you did. Brandy, I would love to actually. Like if I can find a stream, for example, of the draft and like get that on my phone and then stream with OBS, for example, like if I could find a way to have like the camera in like the middle of the screen and then off on the sides, like picks 1 through 15, picks 16 through 32, or picks 1 through 15 and then 17 through 32. I'd love to do that. And then just up top have like something that happened, like trades. Like for example, like for last year, Montreal acquires pick 16 for Alex Romanov. Canadiens trade pick 16 for Kirby Dach. You know, like have all the trades coming across the screen. That I think would be really, really cool. I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, Randy, I'm definitely considering that already, and I would like to get a draft board set up. Who knows? Maybe I'll be the hockey guy. Maybe I'll set up the goddamn whiteboard behind me. I have it right here, actually. You guys can see it right here. But yeah, I would definitely consider it. Harry, what devious acts would you commit if the Habs won the lottery? Oh, I'd be in jail, Jack. I would be in jail. I'd be stripping. I'd be streaking down the road screaming, Bedard is a Canadian. I'd fucking coming on the road. I'd fucking just going up to everybody I see, just hugging them and just screaming Bedard in their face until they cry, just freaking out. I'd be doing whatever I could just to get all that excitement out of me that the Canadians got Connor Bedard. Only for us to pick out him in Tilly. No, there's 0% chance we pass on Connor Bedard. If we genuinely pass on Connor Bedard with first overall, if we win first overall somehow and we pass on Connor Bedard, don't expect Ken Hughes to be the GM much longer. That's not a threat, but I'm just saying. Habs fans have a way of rioting. So yeah. Yeah. Byron and Engvall on the same team as Devious. Oh god, yes, it is. Has Engvall played for the Islanders yet, by the way? How has he been if he has? How's he been if he's played so far? Jack Olsen, you're going to Nashville for the draft? Holy shit. Jack, while you're in Nashville, please tell me you can at least record an audio clip of like you saying that you're the Nashville GM or something. Dude, you should do a prank. You need to do a prank, Jack, where you go up to random people and talk about how you're the Nashville GM and ask what you want them to, what they want you to do. Jack, you have to do that when you're in Nashville. That'd be hilarious. Oh, NZA, yeah. If I did a stream during last year's draft, is it on this phone? No, it's on my. Fuck. Damn it, my other phone. 1 second. Let me see if I can get it real quick. Actually, my phone might be charged. Yes, it is 59%. So I might have. Let me see if I can. Yeah, photos. Let me see if I can find my draft reaction. I don't care if iCloud hasn't updated. Where's the? Because I still have my reactions from that draft. I gotta find it though. I don't remember where the video is. There's no way I only took. There's no way I only took the 1 second. What? I only I okay, I apparently didn't take a video during the what? Was it on the new phone maybe? There's no way it was on the new phone because I didn't get the new phone until like August. It's pinned in one of my servers. Is my reaction pinned in the server, Sons? Is it? Pin messages. Bored Harry, me slobbing on a knob like corn on the cob. The Habs beat the very gay Montreal Canadiens. Yeah, no, fuck. Damn it, yeah. Maybe I have the because like no, Sons, it's not the lottery, like the actual draft itself. Like the actual draft reaction. Camera. It'd be all the way at the bottom. When is this from? 22. Yeah, fuck. Damn it. Yeah, I could have sworn. Damn it, I could have sworn I took a reaction of the actual draft. Did I lose the reaction somehow? Did I delete it? Yeah, literally, boys, like I have this as my reaction. Like I took a 1 second video. That's my reaction to the Doc trade. That's my reaction to the Doc trade coming out. But like I could have sworn that I took a video. Oh, and then of course, Sons, I took a picture of this for you. Oh god, you guys can't see. Yeah, you guys can't see shit. I don't know if you can tell. Come on, why is my webcam so goddamn? There we go. Maybe I'm wet. I like how you can immediately tell who that is. You can immediately tell who that is. Fuck yeah, I didn't. Damn it, this sucks. Is it maybe not? Is it maybe just? No, all photos here. This is my old phone. I'm stupid. Fuck, I could have sworn I took the reaction. I guess somehow I didn't. Okay, well, I apologize, boys. But yeah, I gotta get to the. But yeah, Jack, if we won the lottery, imagine last year's reaction. Imagine the reaction, and then just multiply that by like 35 times if we got the goddamn. If we won. Yeah, Turco in the Swedish or wherever he came from. I don't know if it's TPS Turco, but like from the Liga, like as soon as they said that, like we went Slavkovsky over right, and I'm happy with it now because Slavkovsky did play well during his brief 30 games before he got hurt. I thought he was good, but and I'm happy with it now because Slavkovsky did play well during his brief 30 games before he got hurt. I thought he was good, but I think would have gotten how the fuck can you pass on the consensus number one in Shane Wright and take Slavkovsky, who isn't going to be as good? Sure, he's big. Sure, he's got blah, blah, blah. I would have started ranting, and I would have made it look like a fucking idiot 3 months later. Oh, you mean like this? You mean wear a cowboy hat like this and sing a country song? I'm not gonna sing a country song right now, but you mean like this, Randy? Don't ask why I have this in my room. Usually it's not in my room. But yeah, Randy, genuinely, I'd consider that. I would consider, especially if we have like OBS Studio, I could do it like something like TSN does. I could do something like TSN does and just be like, and now, boys, a special presentation. Boom, cut to the video. I could have like genuinely what I might try and do. Like, who knows? Maybe what I'll do to open the stream, to open the draft day stream, like, you should buy. Wait, what? Should I cop? I'll look in HR just so Reddit. Yes, you should cop that, Sons. Yes, you should cop SexCock69. Yes, you should cop that, Sons. But yeah, what I might do, who knows, boyos? What I might do is maybe I'll open the stream. I'll have like a countdown. I'll probably have like a countdown or whatever, and we'll probably start like half an hour before the draft or whatever. And what I'll do is maybe I'll open it. Maybe I'll try and film like a music video covering like the hockey song, because I've wanted to cover that for like a year and a half, 2 years now. I could wear the different hockey jerseys I have. I could probably do something fun there. Maybe I could like throw in like some old clips of mine, like reacting to the lottery, reacting to, I don't know, maybe some like clips from maybe like kind of chronicling the beginning to where we are at the draft. I don't know. It'd be fun. I think it'd be a fun idea. I can include some clips of me like slapping clappers at my hockey net. I don't know. I think it'd be fun. I can definitely wear a cowboy hat and play a country song while on the draft, Randy. I could open the stream with that. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll have like an extra song prepared. Maybe I'll play the guitar a little bit. I don't know. Who knows? The draft is in Nashville, and I am a country music fan. So I don't know. Maybe I like to point out, anyone who comes in at this point is probably wondering, Harry, why the hell are you wearing a cowboy hat? I'm not going to explain. Kat, I'm glad you liked what I said like 30 minutes ago, because I'm that late on comments. I graduated from Hustlers University. Let's go, John. Hell yeah. He's on the first lining bolt. Izzy Sons. Jesus. I was on their chess team, won platinum. Let's go, John Speed. What number's on your jersey? Randy, it is number 22, Cole Caulfield. It is Cole Caulfield, number 22. Apparently it's an Adidas, I think. Can I see? Oh yeah, it's an Adidas. Yeah, I can tell now. I'm 10. Let's go, John Speed. Hell yeah. Of the lotto. Yeah, no, John, no, Jack Olson, of the actual like draft happening. Mr. Actual Factoid. Let's go, Mr. Actual Factoid in the chat. Hell yeah. Maybe you transferred it or something, but you forgot. I don't know, NZA. Like, on one hand, I know for a fact. I know for a fact that I took a video. I know for a fact I took a video of the draft lottery on one of my phones. Not just that 1 second clip of me looking shocked, which I know that I fucked up, because I thought I was taking like a 5-minute video, and I only realized after that I didn't, so I took the 1 second clip of me looking shocked. But I know for a fact, because I was on Rick's stream for the draft, starting the draft. I was on his stream to start the draft. And then I left, and I started to film. I don't know if I filmed it on my dad's phone. I highly doubt I did. But I know for a fact I filmed my reaction to the first overall draft pick. I know for a fact I did. And I don't know where it is. I doubt I put it on my hard drive, but I know I have it. I know for a fact I have it. Harry, I got a good name for your podcast, the Sports Guy. Dan, honestly, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'm going to call myself the Sports Guy, just because like I don't cover much besides hockey. Obviously, I can't be that hockey guy because the hockey guy. I don't know. Maybe I could modify that to be like that Canadiens guy or something like that. That 70s guy. I could be that 70s guy. Mike Awesome 2.0. Mike Awesome 2.0. There we go. Harry, you should buy the Sex Cock jersey for Owls Boy 3. Suns, low key, I'd consider. Harry, why the hell are you wearing a cowboy hat? I'm not answering. That Byron fanboy. I could be that Byron fanboy, NZA. Legitimately, boys, what I would love to do, if I could like start a real podcast and not have my cousin helping me, who happens to work for the NHL, to get insider info, John, and I could just do it myself and build myself up naturally and eventually get real guests on the show. I'd want Paul Byron. I would want Paul Byron on my podcast, because, and Sons, I would have to get you there. I would have to get you on the podcast. Actually, maybe not, because I know you would probably just be coming for the whole hour-long podcast or whatever. I'd probably have to do it myself, but even then, like, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think a podcast would be fun for me to like start like a legitimate like podcast, not just what I do with this and it's technically considered a podcast. Like starting a legitimate podcast. I know everybody has a podcast and that's the meme, but genuinely, I think something like that would be fun. Something like doing a live podcast here and then putting an audio version on Spotify or whatever. Contact him and ask him to sign on Long Island. Low-key, Sons, that would be actually really funny. Watching you respecting Paul Byron, just being like, respectfully, I jerk off to you every night. Just genuinely, just trying to disguise the weirdest shit you could say to Paul Byron as a respectful token of appreciation. Low-key, if you ask him to sign on Long Island, I'd probably just be like, yeah, no, Paul, we've loved you in Montreal. Please go to Long Island. Yeah. Have you seen Kenny? And that'd actually be pretty cool. Thank you. But again, I have heard of Kenny and Rennie. I haven't checked them out. They're in my subscriptions, though. If they're not my subscriptions, they're at least really recommended to me heavily. So it's one or the other. I forget. But I do know of them. But yeah, Joe Verbetic, 6'6". Jacob Dobbs is also 6'5". So we might have a really tall goalie tandem in the future. Frederick Dichow is 6'4". Jesus, we've got a good amount of guys on our future goaltending tandems that are really fucking tall and seem to be very agile. So yeah, boys, I'm just looking and oh my god, fucking wow. Yeah, so we've got stuff going on in my league, boys. Sorry, boys. Sorry, boys. So yeah, I think that is going to be nearing the end of the stream, unfortunately. Another good podcast is Winnipeg Sports Talk. I think you've recommended me that one before. Winnipeg Sports Talk. I'm not gonna look up Kenny and Rennie because I know about them already. And like I said, they're either they're either heavily subscribed. I'm either subscribed to them or they're heavily recommended to me. One of the two. But yeah, I will check them out. I will give them a sub right away. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. I'll check like some of these guys out and see like what I could do for a for like a Jets podcast. A Jets. Clearly, I'm gonna start following the Winnipeg Jets now. Dan would love that. No, but I see what I can do for like a Canadiens podcast because like the closest we have is Talking Habs and Knuckles and Islands podcast that he has where it's really just general podcast, but it's really a Canadiens podcast. Like, come on, it's a Canadiens podcast, and we love it. Do you like Coach Frenchie? I've not watched a whole lot of Coach Frenchie, but yeah, he's nice. I've talked to him a couple times. He's pretty cool. I like him. I respect Coach Frenchie a lot, and he's pretty cool. I like him a lot. Yeah. But yeah, I think we're probably gonna end the stream here in a few minutes. Like I said, like for the draft, I want to go live. I do want to go live for the draft. That's probably gonna be the next big giant monster stream that we're gonna try and do is one for the draft. The issue is that if it does run late and it doesn't start at say like 4 or 5 o'clock, which honestly is probably the better option, is starting the draft early for the NHL to do. I don't get why they don't do that, but yeah. Honestly, like I think they starting at like say 5 would be better because it wraps up probably about 8 instead of starting at like 7 or 8 and it ends like 11. Like I think it'd be better for like the first round, and obviously the second round you get more time to prepare for the next day. It starts at like 11 o'clock, which is insane. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe what we'll do, boys, is I'll go live for day 1 and go live for part of day 2. They don't start it. Oh yeah, true. Because like 8 p.m. Eastern is 5 p.m. Pacific, and that works. Yeah. So if they start at like say 5 p.m. Eastern, that's fucking 2 p.m. Pacific, and like even if they, because like yeah, when was the draft last year? That was a Wednesday, was it not? Was it not a Wednesday or a Thursday? No, it was a Thursday because the day after was my birthday. Well, the second round was my birthday. It was the July 7th. Are you gonna give? Fuck it. Let me just go to my calendar. Come on, 2022 July. Yeah, it was on a Thursday and a Friday. So yeah, so like nobody. Actually no, fuck that. There's no school. The only thing that's happening is people are working. That's the only thing that happens. People are working. It's like, yeah, I guess I kind of get that, but like, I don't know. A lot of people that watch the NHL are either fucking teens and they aren't doing shit in the summer, or old people. And old people don't work. Usually they don't work. But yeah, I don't know. I just insulted like 90% of my fan base with either or. Actually, no, I insulted probably about 15% if the trade deadline videos to go off of anything. Which, by the way, boys, very funny. Funny enough. Firstly, thank you guys for 75,000 total views on the channel. Much appreciated. Fucking insane. Took 4 years. 75,000 total views on the channel. Much appreciated. Love you guys for that. Hope we can get to 100,000 within the next year with how much streaming I plan on doing in the future. But yeah, going off like the analytics, for example. Wait, shit, no, I need fuck. How do I? Okay, trade deadline analytics. Yeah, if the trade deadline analytics or anything, no, I want since uploaded. If the trade deadline, just fuck, where do I get it? Reach. That's where you are. If that's to go, fuck, where's it? Engagement. No. Audience. There we go. If that's anything to go off of, we don't get any teenagers. 13 to 17, we get nothing. 18 to 24 is 10.8%. 25 to 34, we had 21.2% people that watched. 35 to 44 was 17.4. 45 to 54 was a whopping 35.7%. So it was a lot of middle-aged to older people watching the stream. 55 to 64 was 14.9. And apparently, if you're 65 and up, you hate my streams because there is a 0% of viewer rate. So apparently, if you're a teenager or if you're very old, you don't like my channel. Apparently that's the case. Who are the favorites for the HRHSL this year? Suns. Just off the top of my head, before like punishments and like roster moves by people, anything like that, I'd say probably Colorado, Tampa, Dallas, Atlanta, just because they have a really, really, really good team. Like I think, like even though Kiprusoff is only an 82 overall, they have a great top 6 and a very good decor. And yeah, I'd maybe see it very much up there. All you got to do is just get that last defenseman, which whether it's calling up Joe Corvo or say calling up Joe Corvo, moving down one of Martinek or Cullimore, which I'd honestly buy out Cullimore if I were you. I'd save that cap space. No, the New York Rangers are a cup contender because they have David Ayers. Obviously, they're a cup contender. So yeah. Oh, sorry, Dave. And yeah, I didn't see that yet. Chicken podcast shitting picklets. No, spitting chicklets. I do know that. No, yeah, I know. Most people don't have the correct ages. So I'm assuming that a lot of people that are like 18 to 20 want the real age because it's the real age. Like you don't get to watch like half the good shit on this website if you don't have that. If you have your real age and you're underage. Yeah. Though I'm surprised that you would put like 64 and you were really like 13. That'd be really weird. But yeah, no, Suns, there's your favorites for this year. But yeah, Dan, Spinning Chicklets, I've checked out a bit of their stuff. I do like them a lot. I'm not necessarily a fan of like, for me, doing what they do, like the style of podcast they do. I feel like I would want a more kind of structured type of podcast and well, not necessarily more structured, but a more more kind of coherent. Like I don't want to diss Spinning Chicklets, but like a more like I don't know the right way to say it, but like a more like coherent kind of podcast, like a more sort of topical, like in a way, like not like popular topics or like current topics, something like that. But like for example, like say Paul Byron's on the show, not just let's talk about around the NHL, like focusing it on Paul Byron for a good part of it. You know, how will the Avs look after they get punished? Those Suns. That's a very good question. If you're asking me, and this might be a hint to the future of the Colorado Avalanche, with how they might look after punishments, bottom 10 in the NHL. Genuinely, with me looking right now at the guys that are more than likely going to have to get removed from their team because they are, again, $59.5 million over the salary cap. They're spending $97.5 million right now. How they'll look after getting punished, again, is probably bottom 6 in the NHL, bottom 10 in the NHL. Because the way I'm looking at it right now, there's no way that, at the very least, Pierre Turgeon and Adam Oates are obviously both gone in the AHL. But that helps TBC, but at the same time, it needs to happen. And if I were you, Suns, if you're on the sheet right now, for example, look at Colorado's most played players in the NHL. Nick's about 5 or 6 of them as well. Nick's about 5 or 6 of those guys because, yeah. Hey, Anzi, thank you for coming by, man. Appreciate it. Love you in a non-homosexual way. No, thank you for coming by, man. Love you guys like always. Thank you for coming by, Anzi. Appreciate it. I'm feeling confident I kept the core that went to the ECF and oh yeah, I forgot about that, Suns. Actually, I forgot you went to the ECF. Yeah, you fucking you swept me, and yeah, we won't talk about that. But yeah, no, Suns, like legit. If I were you, like call up Joe Corvo and Justin Papineau, for example. Send down Matthias Wernhandel, for example. Potentially, maybe Ole Kavasha and call up Trent Hunter. I don't know if you'd want to do that, for example, but like yeah, I think you just call up 2 guys, send down Matthias Wernhandel. You'll be even better than you were last year. I think you have a great chance to go to the ECF again. Insert shocked black guy meme. Yeah, Suns just he fucking swept me. Just, yeah. Let's grow your podcast. Sorry, damn, dude. I want to grow it, man. If you guys share the podcast with your friends, you get people who you think would be interested in listening to a fat 20-year-old talking about the Montreal Canadiens, having a good chat once in a while. probably doing some gaming streams in the future, some regular hangout streams. Send them my way. I'd love to eat them up and hopefully get them hooked. But yeah, thank you, Dan. Good evening, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it a lot. I was about to say the same to you, but as far as I know, you don't run a podcast. As far as I know, if you do, let me know. But yeah, as far as would have been very awkward if I did say keep it up too. But yeah, oh boy. So yeah, boys. I think that is gonna do it. Sons, if you're down to like call in a bit after stream, like I'm down to do that. If you're not, we can just like keep talking in HRHSL general, I guess. I almost opened OBS, and that would not have been good. If I had opened OBS, that probably wouldn't have been good. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Harry. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite channel, which includes, but is not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harry. Subscribe to the Puff Club. Subscribe to the Hazy Club. Sub up. The for your Barbas Wild Squad. Whew, thank you very much for moderating. Any comments on streams and our videos is much greatly appreciated. Again, my name is Harry. Links description on the Amazon list, the P box, the PayPal, the Discord, Letterboxd, Theodore account, and the Twitch are all down there as well as the Streamlabs. Actually, no, not the Streamlabs. Sorry, the Streamlabs is only going to be there for Streamlabs streams. So yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Harry. I like Montreal, and always remember, no matter how bad we were like last year, how fairly okay we are like this year. Go Habs, go baby! Again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Harry again, and I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Peace. Bye. Let's go, boys. Hell of a stream. Let's go, boys. Hell yeah. Another good one. See you guys.